Hello friend, good morning. It's actually 11:24 p.m. here in the East Africa, so it's a very fine evening. I hope you and yours are doing great. I and mine, we are fine. We are happy to see this beautiful day, and I believe that we are here, but the reason as to why we are here is to give bizarre stories, world bizarre stories. Remember, we normally do this on a daily basis, and then today I normally do it during the day, but today because of a few unavoidable circumstances, so I had to do it during the night. Yeah, I hope you'll understand. So welcome, feel at home, feel comfortable. We're about to give stories that really shocked, or stories that are really making headlines. Yeah, it might be in your country or maybe your neighboring country, right? So my name is Ino_Mark29. Kindly, when you come across this video, ensure that you support us by subscribing. When you subscribe, you really give us the morale to continue doing this. Yeah, if you like what we are doing, then kindly subscribe so that we can continue doing it on a daily basis. Yeah, so it's actually during the weekend, and I'm sure we have people who maybe are not in the house. Some people are out partying, enjoying, which is very normal. Yeah, partying is like you at least you go and bury your stress somewhere, or maybe you forget everything. Yeah, all the stress, all the hustle that you've been hustling during the whole week. Hello too, I can see somebody there known as Zap Editor. Hello, I hope you're doing great. Welcome to our stream. Yeah, tonight it's actually 11:27 p.m. here where I am. So we normally tell bizarre stories, and I'm about to tell you my first bizarre story. I will subscribe to you and like your channel. I'll appreciate very much. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. So how you doing? I hope you're doing great. Welcome to our live stream. Yeah, my name is Ino_Mark29. You can call me Ino, or you can call me M29. I'll accept both. So our first bizarre story is about poach pirates in Kansera. In Kansera, poach pirates in Kansera. It says Oklahoma City Police released a video of a poach theft where the culprit turned out to be a duo dogs that swiped a package right off a resident's doorstep. Yeah, you heard me correct. Poach pirates in Kansera. Oklahoma City Police released a video of a poach theft where the culprit turned out to be a duo of dogs that swiped a package right off a resident's doorstep. So here is a situation whereby maybe you ordered something to be brought to your house, and then you believe like somebody came and swiped your package. And then when the police begin their investigation story, like, we normally believe that it's a human being who can come and maybe take something that belongs to you, or maybe steal. But here is a scenario whereby dogs, animals came and took your package away. Maybe I'm very sure that after this, the owner came across, was shown the video, like it wasn't actually a person who stole from you or who took your package, it was dogs. I'm sure the guy or the person was really surprised, like, really, which I believe is in the US. Though if not correct, you can kindly type there and tell me where Oklahoma is. So moving on to the second bizarre story, I can see world's longest wild snake. Now listen to this. Guinness World Records has officially confirmed a reticulated python found in the Maros region of Indonesia as the longest wild snake ever recorded. Like, what goes into the Guinness World Records is normally something that is out of the ordinary, like something that has never happened before, or maybe if it has happened, then it maybe it has broken the record for the one that happened. So now this is the world longest snake. Yeah, I've not actually seen it, but I believe once it gets into the world, into the Guinness World Record, then it's really big. Now it says world's longest wild snake. Guinness World Records has officially confirmed a reticulated python found in the Maros region of Indonesia as the longest wild snake ever recorded. Yeah. So I never really looked into more details about this story, but I just read it briefly. Yeah, if maybe you are interested, then you can Google about the world's longest snake. Yeah, that is our second bizarre story, which I believe this snake is maybe actually very tall, very long, not tall, very long. So that is our second bizarre story. Okay, moving on to our third bizarre story. It says Olympic penis gate. Now the reason as to why actually I can see somebody known as KSYZS. Hi too. I hope you're doing great. So there is there is another reason as to why I decided, like, today I'll do this during the night. Maybe where you are, it might be maybe in the morning, but here where I am, I'm in Kenya. So here where I am, it's actually during the night. So the story that I'm about to read, I want to warn you first. Maybe if you are seated next to a kid, okay, kindly move away. If maybe you're using your phone, or maybe if you're watching, what you'll do is ask the kid to leave for just this one story, kindly. So it says Olympic penis gate. The World Anti-Doping Agency is investigating bizarre claims of genital manipulation involving penis injections in the world of Olympic ski jumping. Yeah, Olympic penis gate. The World Anti-Doping Agency is investigating bizarre claims of genital manipulation involving penis injections in the world of Olympic ski jumping. You see, what I actually did some research about enlarging, let me say it, your manhood. Yeah. So according to the investigations that I did, the research is that there is no what we call maybe medication, or there's nothing you can actually apply on your manhood to increase it. Yeah, there isn't actually. Somebody is saying you not read comment. I do. I actually read comments. Oh, hello too. I can see your name is Pali Srivastava. Your name is really hard. Pali Srivastava. Hello to Pali. I accept your greetings. Where are you from? I come from Kenya. Kenya, which is in Africa. I hope I've answered you, Pali. So what I was saying is there is no like medication that you can use to enlarge your manhood. It never exists. It doesn't exist. Yeah, you can find some maybe pharmaceuticals or maybe some doctors claiming that they sell something that can increase your manhood, but unfortunately there isn't. Like the way you are created or born, like the size of your manhood is what you have, or is what you're supposed to have. Is saying Kenya is an Africa nice place. Thank you very much. And you're saying I'm from India but living in Australia. Pleasure to meet you. Kindly, before you leave, subscribe and we will appreciate. Support us by subscribing. So what I was saying, friend, is the way you were born, that is how you are. Yeah, you know the manhood of a man is not like the it's not similar to how ladies are. You know, ladies can put implants, yeah, you know, where they put even on their faces, but on the manhood, no, there is nothing you can do over there. So let nobody lie to you that I'm selling this. You're saying if you read comment first, more people connect with you. Thank you very much. Yeah, this my I appreciate the highlight you've given me. Like you know, we normally learn on a daily basis. Yeah, so Pali has told me that if I read the comment more, people connect with me. Thank you very much. Maybe visit soon Kenya. If when you visit Kenya, kindly make sure we meet, at least we talk. Maybe we have a cup of tea and maybe we talk, right, Pali? I hope so. Thank you very much. So we are moving on to our fourth bizarre story. Now listen to this. Cow induced school lockdown. That is the title, and then it says, okay, Pali, thank you. You said sure. Cow induced school lockdown, and then it explains a high school in Nebraska was forced into a lockdown after a loose cow wandered onto the campus tennis courts. Pali saying, are you single or married? Pali, I'm single actually. I'm not married, I'm single. I believe I've answered you. So, cow-induced school lockdown. High school in Nebraska was forced into a lockdown after a loose cow wandered onto the campus tennis courts. So, imagine a scenario whereby, Pali, you really want to know how old I am? I'm actually 30 years old. I'm very old. Yeah? Maybe let my face not deceive you. So imagine a scenario whereby maybe you are in students are in school and then a cow all of a sudden appears. You know, kids are normally very afraid of cows. Not only cows, animals. You know, to make a kid get the courage and the confidence. Oh, thank you very much, Pali. So making like putting confidence into a child, like you can touch a cow, maybe you can caress it. Oh, Pali, you are 20. That's nice. So like making your, like giving your kid or a kid courage or confidence to at least touch an animal, it really takes a lot of courage. So this is a school, and then the cow appears from nowhere and then runs onto the tennis court. Yeah, maybe where the children were playing or having fun. Okay, bye to Pali. Kindly do not forget to subscribe. I can see somebody somebody known as Clone Scary Official. Come easy, go easy on her, kindly. Yeah, so what I was saying is this cow appeared from nowhere, and then it brought like they had to lock down the school so that they could at least put the cow into control, maybe call the owner or maybe the people in charge maybe came, and then hey to Catherine, hello, I hope you're doing great. Kindly before you leave, subscribe and we will appreciate. Thank you. So this happened in a place known as Nebraska. I believe also is in the US, if I'm not wrong. So this cow really brought like unrest in the school. Children were all over screaming, jumping, running away like they've seen an animal in school, which is, not every child can at least say, like I said earlier, not every child can have the confidence to at least maybe see a cow and maybe approach. It might be like the cow wasn't what we call aggressive, but with the noise and with the running all over, it might actually trigger the cow to begin running and causing all the commotions and everything. So this is our fourth. Catherine, hey, okay, I believe I read your message. Yeah, Pali told me like if I need to engage with more people, I need to read your messages very fast. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, Pali. I'll keep that in mind. So that was our fourth bizarre story. Moving on to our fifth bizarre story. It says Purple Star Sapphire unveiled. Purple Star Sapphire unveiled. And then it reads, Sri Lanka has showcased a massive 3,563 carat purple star sapphire, claimed to be the longest of its kind in the world. You see this name here. Actually, I need to go and Google and find out like what does sapphire mean, or maybe I'm pronouncing it the wrong way. Yeah, let's find out what it means. It says, the explanation here says, is a highly durable precious gemstone variety of the mineral corundum. So it's a mineral sapphire. So Purple Star Sapphire unveiled. So that is a mineral. It says Sri Lanka has showcased a massive 3,563 carat purple star sapphire, claimed to be the longest of its kind in the world. To be honest, I do not really have much to explain about this because I've never come across it and I have not done any research about it. Yeah, today I was really caught with the time. Yeah, I never prepared enough, but I had to do the live stream. You'll forgive me on that, right? And then we heading to the sixth bizarre story. It says, assassination of Gaddafi's son. That is the title. Assassination of Gaddafi's son. Remember the former president of Libya, His Excellency Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar Gaddafi died a long time ago. So away from the death of Muammar Gaddafi, the former Libyan president, it says this actually here, this bizarre story says assassination of Gaddafi's son, and then Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, that was the name, Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, once the heir apparent to the Libyan leadership, was reportedly assassinated by masked gunmen who raided his home in Zintan on February 3rd. So this gunmen raided Saif al-Islam Gaddafi's home, and then they killed him, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, so he died on 3rd February. Today is I believe on 7th. So and then thousands of people actually attended the funeral. You know, there is a difference between the Muslim and Christians. Muslims normally, when you die, you can either be buried on the same day that you died. If maybe you died in the morning, by evening you'll be buried. And then Christians normally take a certain period before they bury their loved ones. You see, there is a video that I did today. I'm about to upload it. In that video, I actually explained, like, for Christians, they normally, it's not like in the past. You know, in the past they used to, when you die, or yes, they never Christians never used to bury, or maybe Africans never used to bury you immediately after you're dead. Like, for example, if maybe I can tell the stories from my culture, what they used to do in the past is, like, maybe, for example, you die today, they'll in the past they never used to be what we call morgues nowadays. So if you died, let's assume today, what they do is they take your body. First they bring maybe something like a paper, or maybe a cow skin. They lay it on the floor. Maybe it used to happen in the living room. They lay the skin of a cow on your floor, and then they bring soil, the normal soil. They bring soil, they put it on that skin, and then they look for banana stems. Yeah, they use on sides, like, to prevent the soil from maybe spreading away. So they cover it, like what I'm doing over here. So they cover it, so this soil over here, and then they, remember, at the bottom they placed what we call a cow skin or hide, and then they bring soil, they place it here, then they bring banana stems. I can see somebody known as Tube Watcher is saying, hello everyone, I'm the president of... Okay, that is yours. That is not our topic. That is not what we were talking about. So friend, what I was saying is, what I was explaining is how the African used to bury their loved ones. So they put the cow's skin on top of the floor, and then they bring soil, they put it on that cow skin, and then on the sides they place banana stems. Yeah, after they do that, they pour water on it. Yeah, the reason as to why they pour water on it is to make it very cold, like as cold as the as cold as the freezer, as a freezer. So after doing that, they bring your body and then place you on that soil. So maybe you'll be there for maybe at least 3 to 4 days, or at most 5 days, just laying there on that soil. So maybe now they send word to maybe your relatives who are very far away. After sending word is when when people are ready, they plan a date, like we are going to bury him or her on a certain day. Maybe they normally take 5, at most 7 days. Yeah, but in the past the days were fewer, because if you remain with somebody who's dead in your house, then he or she will begin to what do we call it, smell. Yeah, you obviously, your body is decomposing. In fact, immediately after you die, you begin to decompose. So that is how they used, our ancestors or people in the past, they used to bury the dead. Yeah, so what I was saying is, for the Muslim, you can be buried either the same day when you died, or maybe the following day. But for Christians, it can take time, maybe a week, or maybe at times 2 and maybe if the place that you'll come to be buried has maybe disputes, I mean the land where you'll come to be buried, if it has disputes, then it will take a longer time for you to be buried. There is a person who actually stayed in the morgue for more than 5 good years, yeah, because there was dispute, like there was the push and pull. There is a guy who sold him the land. Now the dead, so it was sold land by somebody else, and when maybe time came when that guy passed on, this guy who had sold his land said, no, I never sold my land to him. What you will do is do not bury him in my land. I never sold this land to him. And then there's somebody saying, do you guys know Stranger Things? There's somebody asking, do you guys know Stranger Things? Yeah, I've actually watched that series. And then we have Rahu Kar. Your name is really long. Yeah, Nationals. That is towards the end. Thank you very much for joining. We appreciate, and maybe kindly before you leave a message saying hi. You're really spamming our wall here. I have no idea why. So that was our 5th bizarre story. No, that was our 6th. We were talking about the assassination of Gaddafi's son, was called Saif al-Islam Gaddafi. Once the heir apparent to the Libyan leadership, was reportedly assassinated by masked gunmen who raided his home in Zintan. Then February 3rd, thousands of recently attended his funeral in Bani Walid, that is in Libya. So moving on, yeah, we've actually been here for the past almost 30 minutes. So moving on, you can see on to our 7th bizarre story. I hate humans. Confession in quotes. And then it says, in North Carolina, the sentencing hearing for Austin Thompson, who committed a mass shooting at the age of 15, revealed a chilling 2-page note where he wrote, I did this because I hate humans. The court also reviewed his disturbing search history of school shootings leading up to the tragedy. So this is a person who actually committed mass shooting, like a crime, while he was 15. His name is Austin Thompson. And then he wrote a letter, a 2-page note actually, saying that I did this, explained why he did it, and then he said, because I hate humans. Yeah, so Thompson here says he hates humans, yet he is human. So that is really bizarre. Yeah, so this happened in North Carolina. What I think about this story is, this kid here is a teenager, maybe he's having some issues which needs to be really addressed and then guided, and we hope that he will be okay. Yeah, what he did actually is a crime, but I'll leave that to the authorities, maybe to the court, to decide on what is this person really doing. You know, are you not getting tired? Okay, moving on. That was our 7th bizarre story. So moving on to the 8th bizarre story. From number 7, I think we are talking about really scary stories. And then there is number 8, which says serial killers surprise admission. Now listen to this. Convicted serial killer Steve Wright, already serving life for 5 murders, has admitted to the 1999 kidnap and murder of a 17-year-old Victoria Hall after decades of silence. New witness accounts describe him stalking women in a hood before his original spree. So these serial killers are normally people who go on a spree like of killing. Yeah. So this guy here killed 5 people. Yeah. And then he admitted to the 1999 kidnap and murder of a 17-year-old Victoria Hall after decades of silence. You see, the family of this young girl here has been suffering because this guy was the murderer or killer this little girl here, but he has been silent since the year 1999. So maybe the family has been wanting to at least know the truth so that they can they can accept it. Yeah. And then this guy over here has been silent for that all along, like till now. 2026 is when he is admitting that yes, I'm the one who did this. The family has been suffering actually. It's not a good thing. And hello to Brenda, how are you? I can see you. So this family has been suffering, like they've been going through a lot for all that time. So it has taken this guy a very long time to accept or to confess. It said serial killer's surprise admission. It came as a surprise, like, why all along? Why have you been quiet for all this long? And then now is when the time that you accept or you admit that you killed this girl after all this while. So serial killer surprise admission. And then it reads, convicted serial killer Steve Wright, already serving life for 5 murders, has admitted to the 1999 kidnap and murder of a 17-year-old Victoria Hall after decades of silence. And then it says, new witness accounts describe him stalking woman in a hood before his original killing spree. So there is a lady who identified this guy and said, I saw this guy wearing a hood and then he was stalking. You know, stalking is a crime actually. So if you are caught stalking somebody, or if somebody reports you that you are stalking him or her, then you will be in trouble. So there is a witness who saw this guy stalking the young girl and then kidnapped her and then ended up murdering her. Reasons, nobody knows his reasons. He is actually not given any reason as to why he kidnapped this young girl and then went to kill her, which is very unfortunate. So that was our 8th bizarre story. Moving on to the next, which is our 9th bizarre story. It says, the picnic cooler conviction. That is the title. And then it reads, a New York judge has found a police sergeant guilty of second-degree manslaughter for a bizarre and fatal 2023 incident where he threw a heavy picnic cooler at a fleeing suspect on a scooter, causing a deadly crash. So, okay, let me repeat that again. The picnic cooler conviction. And then a New York judge has found a police sergeant guilty of second-degree manslaughter for a bizarre and fatal 2023 incident where he threw a heavy picnic cooler at a fleeing suspect on a scooter, causing a deadly crash. So this is a police sergeant who wanted at least to help, since there was a suspect who was trying to flee. So this police sergeant, so like it would be wise, or it was wise for him to, I believe you know what a cooler, picnic cooler is. Yeah, the ones that people normally put drinks in them, then carry it along the cooler. Yeah, I believe you know what that is. So this police sergeant, so like that is a suspect. He is trying to escape in a scooter, and what I'll do is I'll act fast. So he took his picnic cooler and threw it to the suspect. So unfortunately, it caused a deadly crash on this suspect. So this police sergeant was found guilty. Yeah, second degree manslaughter. So this suspect actually died. Yeah. So at times, you know, they say it's good to act fast, but at the same time, it's good to be cautious on how you act. You see, so this police sergeant, hello to you call yourself Cats Y1DE, bro, support me. How do you want us to support you? Maybe you can write there, and then if we are in a position to help you, we will help you. So what I was saying is about the incident whereby the police sergeant threw picnic cooler to the suspect, and then unfortunately to him, he wanted actually to help, but he ended up causing more harm than helping. So he never actually had bad intentions. His was to try to help, but on the process he killed somebody. So he was found guilty of second degree manslaughter. So that happened in a place known as New York. New York is in the US. Yeah, that happened in New York in the US. So that was our 9th bizarre story. Moving on to the next, now number 10, ex-wife kitchen stabbing. That is the title, and then it says ex-wife kitchen stabbing, and then it says in Canberra, a man faced court today for the violent and horrific stabbing of his ex-wife while she was cooking or eating. So they're not really sure what the wife was doing, maybe cooking or eating, because there were 2 plates actually found in the... Okay, before I explain that, I'll read it again. Ex-wife kitchen stabbing, and then it says in Canberra, a man faced court today for the violent and horrific stabbing of his ex-wife while she was cooking or eating. The force of the 14 blows was so great it bent the tip of the knife. So this is an incident that happened in Australia. Canberra is in Australia. Is whereby this man over here, he went to where the wife was in the kitchen and then attacked her using a knife. Yeah. So he stabbed the wife 14 times actually, 14 blows on the head, on the chest, on the neck. So he attacked her to an extent that the tip of that knife really bent. Imagine stabbing someone so hard to an extent that the tip of the knife bends is not really an easy thing. So this lady was found dead in the kitchen, and then the guy was found passed out also in the same kitchen. So they took the guy, and then he was taken to hospital, but according to the investigations, this guy is not mentally okay. Yeah, and also they said that he has like 4 years to live, yeah, according to the doctors. So what really made the guy to stab the ex-wife this hard and mercilessly is not really explained, or maybe we do not know really. It wasn't explained actually. What the story was saying is this lady had separated from this guy, though at times this guy used to come into the house to stay with her, and the unfortunate happened, yeah, in Australia. So this man, he actually has 74 years. Yeah, he's 74 years old. Okay, so moving on to the 11th. That was our 10th bizarre story. 11th, and now it says former NFL star arrested. That's the title. And then it says former linebacker Darren Lee was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence following the death of his girlfriend in Tennessee, which police say involved a struggle and an attempted blood cleanup. So this former NFL star, known as Darren Lee, has been charged with first-degree murder and trying to tamper with evidence. This is after his girlfriend in Tennessee died, and then according to investigations from the police, they are saying that it seems like there was a struggle. There was a struggle before the lady passed on. There was a struggle, and then there was blood. So this guy here is suspected to maybe have murdered the girlfriend, and then after the struggle, the blood came out of her body, obviously, and then the guy, the former NFL Darren Lee, tried to clean. Unfortunately, today I can hear like the rain is, yeah, the rain is about to really mess with our life. Yeah. Yeah, my sister told me rain is blessings. I'm trying to listen so that I can know if maybe there is too much noise. Yeah, it's not too much, so we can go on, we can continue. So somebody told me, Cats told me, bro, support me, but you've really not like specified what the type of support you need. So this, we were talking about the former NFL star arrested. Former linebacker Darren Lee was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with the evidence following the death of his girlfriend in Tennessee. Tennessee, I believe, is in the US, and then which police say involved a struggle and an attempted blood cleanup. So this guy here murdered the girlfriend according to the investigations from the police, and then tried to cover up by cleaning the house or the place where he had murdered her. It's very unfortunate. And also you see, this is the type of things that we normally talk about, like whenever you are hungry, not hungry, angry, not hungry, angry. Whenever you are angry at somebody, Do not even try to do anything. Just let yourself cool down, relax, and then maybe later on you'll talk to the person and explain, like, you made me experience this and this. You see? Yeah, the rain is really coming. It looks like it's gonna rain soon. Yeah, it's raining.